I wrote the word burnout. Okay.
Yeah.
You could love this thing all you want, but do you experience burnout? And it's okay if you don't, but how do you work through that burnout? What do you do to take a step back? Like, and explain even like what your burnout is. Like, when do you feel it and how often?
Yeah. I mean, often it's a real thing, no doubt, because you're spending tons of time on a video, especially when I was doing more editing. I pushed away. It's the best thing I've ever done. I'm just so particular with certain edits. He's learned my style. But anyway, yeah, you're doing all this stuff. It's not only like the shooting of the video, everything after that, you know, the titles, thumbnails, but also turning it into short form. All of the distribution that you do after the fact, the shooting of it is 5% of it.
That's the easy part.
Once you get out all the tweets and all the TikToks and whatnot, then it's like, okay, let's watch the analytics on this, see how it did, but on to the next one. On to the next one. Like, you know, generally how it's going to do before you fire it out, but you just go on to the next one. So there was a time where I hit like a wall, and honestly, I was still putting out a show or two a week, and we were still doing the live stream. I could put on a good face, but I was like, there was like 2 weeks where I was just over it. I couldn't look at any more comments anymore on like TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. I can't answer like this trade question right now. I was never gonna quit, but it got like rough.
Yeah, no, you feel like you're in the 8th round of a boxing match, and you're taking shots, you're taking jabs to the nose, and you're like, I'm not quitting, obviously, but I could, if the round comes soon enough and I could sit for two minutes between rounds, I would be good with that. We're complaining, like, in a sense, but it's a real thing. When you do something you love and you find out, like, when you start getting like making a business out of it, this is anything. All chefs that work in executive chefs in a restaurant used to love cooking for their friends at the holidays, right? That's when it was like fun. And then when it starts becoming a grind, they're like, oh my God. And to hear that you go through that too is comforting to me, you know, not because you're miserable, but because, you know, because I feel that misery as well sometimes.